My presentation is on the economic opportunities for young people and opportunities for voluntary return. It is funny because you are presenting on opportunities. It is funny because I am presenting on return and reintegration when Mustapha categorically said the return and reintegration itself, the first one is supposed to be voluntary, is not actually voluntary. Whether it is a matter of semantics or it is a matter of reality, we will leave that interpretation to everybody here. And then having to present on the opportunities for the young people, and then you realize that the young people that you are talking about, telling them there are opportunities in this country are actually living. It creates a paradoxical statement. It becomes ironical with what you say. But nonetheless, we will have to present what we have. The outline. We'll just talk about the National Youth Council, who is a youth, unemployment issue, economic issue, then we'll come straight to the topic because we need to actually link this. The National Youth Council, we are a public agency. We are paid by taxpayers and we must perform our duties. We are criticized and we must accommodate those criticisms. The more reason I am on this table and I will present myself to take any question on behalf of the National Youth Council. We actually advise the government on youth matters. That is the Minister of Youth and Sport. Who is a youth? Since I am presenting on the opportunities of the youth, it is important for us to give a proper definition of the Gambia when it comes to who a youth is. The National Youth Policy, which is already expired between 2009 and 2018, defines a youth as a person between the ages of 13 and 30. However, the Gambia recently adopted the African definition of the African Youth Charter that states that a youth is a person between the ages of 15 and 35. Though the United Nations defined a youth as someone who is between the ages of 15 and 24. So you go to other countries, 24 down, you are a youth. In this country, up to 35. Even though we have other people who are up to 40 and they still call themselves youth, and we have no right to tell them we are not youth. Unemployment. Here, what is unemployment here? It is not a lecture, but it is very important for us to have a nexus between unemployment and the opportunities that are actually available. On the internationally recommended definition, a person is classified as unemployed if he or she meets all the following three conditions during a specified period, usually a week. That is, if he or she is without a work, available for work, and seeking for work. You are available for work, without a work, and looking for a work, and you don't have a work, then you are categorized as unemployed. Now, the unemployment rate in this country, it is important for us to have a little bit talk on it. According to the 2018 labor force survey by GIVOS, youth unemployment in the Gambia stands at 41.3%. So now, when someone like myself seated here and then talking about the available opportunities of this country, it is very important for me to give you the statistic before going into the details of the available opportunities, or else I will be making a grave mistake going through the opportunities without telling you the number of youths that are unemployed. And statistics have put it that the number of youths in this country is around 61.3%. So out of that 61.3%, we are telling you that 41.3 are unemployed. People who want to work, they are looking for work, but they don't have a job. Now we go straight to economic opportunities. With all these realities, we will have to see that there are economic opportunities in this country. And that depends how you translate it. First, we have to take a look at the land of the Gambia, and then the sea of the Gambia, where we can have farming, and then the river that is used for fishing. There are opportunities. Here the problem is how those opportunities are actually tapped. Whether we have the Gambian youth in the fishing industry. We have the Roots project that is actually under the Ministry of Agriculture. It is an economic opportunity that is actually there for the youth. We have the Youth Revolving Fund. The presentation might be a little bit funny because I might not be able to give some of the challenges since my presentation is only on the opportunities. But as a presenter, I will have to give you some of the challenges, or else it is just like giving you a blanket opportunities without actually telling you whether every youth can actually access this. Youth Revolving Fund, that is coordinated by the Social Development Fund, where youths can actually get 100,000 to 400,000, even though this also comes with a lot of backlash here and there. The Songhai Agriculture Training Center, where youths are actually trained and they are actually given stipend. We have the National Enterprise Development Initiative, that is NEDI, that actually trains, give loans, and then sometimes a grant. The IMVF, that is the other international partners, even though the techie fee is about to phase out or has already phased out. IOM, we work closely with IOM, supporting local and economic development. Now we move straight to some of the training opportunities. I'm not actually an expert in all the opportunities that are available in this country, but we will provide brief for the sake of this discussion. Entrepreneurship training that is conducted by NEDI, which is actually a public agency under the Ministry of Youth and Sport, and then satellite solar installations training that is actually conducted by Starling Consortium, GTI Inside Training Center, hairdressing and catering at Gaynor. And then we have the establishment of the National Youth Service Scheme, which is under the Ministry of Youth and Sport, to train young people in job readiness, tolerance, and courage. President International Award Scheme is another satellite institution that is under the Ministry of Youth Sports. And then my institution, that is the NYC Registers Youth Group, organize and facilitate funds for their activity for implementation. Training of young entrepreneurs on packaging and branding of the products at GYCC. Training of young people in event planning and hospitality. Now we have the Songhai Agricultural Training Center, the Java Training Center, and then the Balimo. Now we come to the integration process. At the government level, there is little reintegration. Most of the reintegration is actually done by the International Organization for Migration, that is actually involved in assisted voluntary return, even though there is a battle of semantics when it comes to voluntary return. Mustapha has made it categorically clear, without ifs or buts, that the voluntary return is not actually voluntary, according to his own definition. My definition will just be kept. Yeah. Now we have the reintegration opportunities, and most of these reintegration opportunities are actually provided by International Organization for Migration. NYC only facilitates and then work closely with them as a government agencies, which I believe the government should also take the responsibility when it comes to reintegration, because we cannot continue to rely on foreign aid when it comes to reintegrating our own people. So what IRM does is actually medical support, mental health support, and then you have the education at Gaynor, hairdressing and tailoring, micro business, and a lot of reintegration by IOM. So here, the government does, I think IOM does more when it comes to reintegration. When it comes to reintegration, the opportunities, what the government actually does is through maybe when it comes to training these returnees so that they can actually have a proper business. But what we've realized also is after the training, we've seen some of the returnees who actually venture into the same journey that they were trying to be reintegrated. We have actually seen returnees who were actually given fishing boats, the same fishing boats were actually used by them to go back to Europe. That tells you that something is not right. And migration, anyone who tells you that we are stopping migration, the person is not trying to tell you anything right? Because according to the Article 13 of UN Declaration, every human being has the right to travel, and then he has the right to come back to return to his country of destination. But we know all those laws have limitations. Even in your own country, you can't be declared as a person non grata, and then you will not actually come back. But we feel for the plight of the youth, because the Gambia is a close family. What happens on your left reaches to your right within seconds.